Today we're going to be talking about how to eat your carbs and lose belly fat. And this is going to be very useful if you like low carb diets. So we'll be covering how carbs affect bloat and belly fat gain, the kind of carbs you should avoid, how to eat the right carbs for your level of activity, and how to time your carbs to make them most effective for belly fat loss. Okay. Now, let's talk about dogs. Okay. You heard me right. Dogs. Okay. So I love dogs, but I personally prefer big dogs like German Shepherds, Huskies, Labradors. I love. I don't particularly like small dogs. Okay. Like Pomeranians, Chihuahuas, cute and all, but they just bark too much. Okay. And it's this annoying non-stop bark, seriously not required. Anyway, they make all this noise, all this barking, but they're small and harmless. Okay, they rarely attack or bite. It's just a lot of barking. So what kind of dogs do you like? I promise there's a point to this. Okay, what kind of dogs do you like? Let me know. What's your favorite breed? Let me know in the comments. Big dogs, small dogs, what kind of breed? German Shepherds, let me know. Now, carbs. Carbs are similar to small dogs. Okay, carbs are foods like bread, rice, pasta, or even fruit, lentils, beans, all of that. Carbs have a tendency to hold on to water, not fat. Okay, water. And you may have noticed that when you have a high carb meal like rice, bread, or pasta, your tummy expands. And this is carbs holding on to water. It's not fat. Okay. Has this happened to you? Do you look like you're pregnant all over again when you eat a high carb meal? Let me know in the comments. So just like the small dogs, all bark and no bite, carbs make your belly look bloated, but it's actually not fat. Okay. You gain fat if you're eating too much of anything. It doesn't matter if it's carbs or even super healthy food. Okay. So don't be worried about fat gain if you look bloated after carbs, okay? Even the next day. All right. Now, what are the kind of carbs you should avoid? I hope you're taking notes. Okay? This is important. Are you ready? There are no carbs you should avoid unless you are allergic or intolerant to those carbs. Okay, so just because gluten-free is trendy and everyone's talking about it being like a miracle food, gluten-free is not going to help you lose belly fat or get lean. Okay, it's literally just a food like anything else. So a little bloat is completely normal when you eat carbs because of the water retention. But if you get really uncomfortable or you develop some kind of allergy towards certain carbs, by all means avoid those. Okay, but you don't have to remove any carbs from your diet to get lean if you're not allergic or intolerant to it. Now, something that really helps with this bloat is a good probiotic. Probiotics, they help your gut. Okay, they help with digestion, so you don't feel uncomfortable, you don't feel bloated after eating, certain foods. Just look for any brand, any good probiotic brand, and it can really help you with the inflammation in your gut and in your tummy as well. Okay, now, how to eat the right carbs for your level of activity. No two people are alike when it comes to their level of activity. Even if you and your friend are both stay-at-home moms, both of you don't exercise at all, your level of activity is still very different from hers. Okay, you could be sitting a lot all day, and she could be constantly moving around on her feet, or even if you're both sitting and she's swinging her foot while she's sitting, she's still burning more than you. Okay, it's a tiny amount, but my point is that throughout the day, these little things add up. Okay, so don't compare your level of activity to anyone else's, even if you're both doing the same kind of exercise or you're both not doing any exercise at all. Okay, so hands up if you have a friend or somebody, both of you don't exercise or you both do the same kind of exercise, but she's losing weight much faster than you are. Let me know in the comments. Okay, now, if you're not exercising at all, you don't walk, you don't do any kind of movement, no workouts, you don't need a lot of carbs as compared to someone who walks, does some kind of movement or cardio, someone whose job involves a lot of standing, moving a lot, anything physical, someone who works out, does strength training, that group is going to need more carbs than you if you're not exercising at all. Okay, so if you're not exercising, not moving at all, you need fewer carbs than someone who exercises. Okay, because ultimately carbs are fuel. They give you energy, and if you're not using much energy with exercising, you don't need to keep fueling yourself or you'll just gain fat. Okay, now on the other hand, if you're not exercising, there are a lot of benefits to exercising. Okay, one, you can eat more carbs, because when you exercise and fuel your body with the right amount of carbs, you're actually going to get leaner. You're going to develop more lean muscle tone in all the right places, and your body gets so much stronger with that fuel because it's using all this fuel from carbs to shape and strengthen your body. Whereas if you didn't exercise at all and you severely reduced your carbs to lose weight, you're going to get weaker. You're not going to have any tone or shape, and your energy is going to drop. Okay, so exercise and eat more carbs. That's my recommendation. Now, another story. Years ago, I had a wedding to go to. I was bridesmaid to one of my closest friends, and I had to get my hair done before the wedding, right? Checked with my salon, and they were literally completely booked out. There was no slot available for me. The only slot I could get was like at 9 a.m. And I had to be ready by 6 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m. So I was like, okay, I don't have a choice. So I got my hair done at 9 a.m. It looked amazing. Okay, it was all tied up, and tied, really pretty flowers and pins and all of that, as you can imagine. Now, by 6 p.m., it was a complete mess. Everything was falling apart. Everything was sticking out. And I was trying my best to put everything freaking together. But it just looked like I woke up. Okay, like I wanted it to look like what it looked like in the morning, but it was just a sad excuse. Okay, so coming to today's topic, if you're just starting out on your fitness journey and you want to get lean, stronger, more toned, then when you eat your carbs, like the timing isn't such a big deal. You just need to focus on getting the right amount of carbs for your level of activity in that day. But as you get more advanced, meal timing can make a difference. Okay, it can help. So picking up from what we spoke about earlier, carbs are fuel. They're an energy source. So ideally, you want to use this energy source most around the times that you need the energy, right? So generally speaking, around your workouts. So before your workouts, after your workouts. Otherwise, it's just going to be like me getting my hair done in the morning when I needed it to be done, needed it to look its best in the evening. So you want to have all your big, heavy carbs like rice, pasta, bread, all of that planned around your workout times. Okay. Now, the other benefit of carbs is that it is really great for recovery and keeping you full longer. Hands up if you have this case of midnight snacking where you feel you have your dinner and stuff and then you wake up in the night because you're just craving something, you want to snack on something, or you just can't sleep, you're tossing and turning and stuff. So later in the night before you go to bed, eating a carb heavy dinner can help you sleep deeper. It can also help you recover from your workouts better. You're going to be less sore. And also you won't be hungry in the middle of the night, looking for snacks and scaring the child. So as you get more advanced with your diet and with your workouts, the 2 slots in the day that your carbs are utilized the best are 1, around your workouts, and 2, before you go to bed. Okay, so at dinner. Lots of great info, right? Great info covered in this live training. So just to summarize, because I know there was a lot to take in. 1, carbs can make you bloated because they retain water. It doesn't mean that you've gained belly fat. You can counter this bloat with a good probiotic. They're really good for you. 2, there are no carbs that you should avoid unless you are allergic or intolerant to certain carbs. 3, if you don't exercise or move much, you don't need a lot of carbs. But if you exercise, then you can eat more carbs and then you can fuel your workouts, making you stronger, giving you more energy, and helping you shed that unnecessary body fat. And lastly, You want to time your heaviest carbs around your workouts and at dinner, okay, before bed, to help you recover faster, sleep deeper, and avoid midnight hunger pangs. I hope that made sense, and I really hope that you enjoyed this session and that you found it useful. If you're confused about where to start, it's normal. I know it can be seriously overwhelming. There's so much information, so just reach out to me, send me a text, and let's talk about what your activity level is, what your goals are, how much do you really need to eat? Are you eating too much? Are you eating too less? I'm more than happy to help you out. Okay, so great. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to join My Strong and Sexy Moms Club, where we where we run these free live trainings, just like this, to help busy moms get lean, strong, and toned. The link to join is in the description. Lots of great resources that can help you, free resources that can help you, if you're feeling stuck, if you're struggling. All right, ladies, I will see you next week, same time, same place. Crush your week.